Peace and love. Let me see where we at. Let's see. Peace and love, world. Peace and love. You're now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, Malik Kilam, also known as Don Kilam. And as always, prosperity is your birthright. I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only. Now, I got a lot of people just blowing me up like I ain't got no life, man. Like I ain't got kids. All that. You dig? So I'm going to do this one time only. I'm doing it for the low. We're seeing great results. Study. Prove yourself worthy. I appreciate the love. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Yes, prosperity is your birthright. We got a lot of people tuning in. We got Josh Savage in the building. We got Orlo, Azu. However you say that, man. That's how you say it. I met him in Atlanta, but he's up in Detroit somewhere, Michigan somewhere. Well, peace and love, everybody. We're going over the 1099 OID education. Let me know where you're tuned in from, though. Let me know where you tuned in. Where's your territory? Where's your domain? You know what I'm saying? We got Captain Norseman in the building. I am Kevin, said he's in Texas. You feel me? I am screen sharing, and I might leave it up. I don't know. I am screen sharing on the YouTube. The YouTube is Don Kilam. Don Kilam, just look me up. We got another Arlington, Texas in the building. Yes. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate everybody that's been doing their study and homework so they know what's really going on out here. We got Pete Drake in the building. Peace and love, peace and love. Make sure you share this with at least 3 people right now that's going to find this information valuable. I'm going over the 1099 OID education. If you want the documents that I'm going to be going over, I'm going to give it to you for $25. $25 donation. That's it. Make sure you get it. I want you to get it. I want you to intake it. Understand it. We got Latin Power Fitness. Tuned in from Texas. We got a lot of Texas people in the building. What's good? I'm about to make my way towards Texas on the 1st. I'm going to be in the Dallas area. Then I might go to the Houston area as well. Right now is the time you want to roll up. Yes, $25 donation. I'm going to make sure you get this information, man. I need you to understand it. I need y'all to understand what's going on, man. I really do. I need y'all to understand it, man. I need y'all to study it. I'm doing what I can. I'm going to make sure you get everything that I'm going over right now. All right? Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Because y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all don't want to miss this. But first, man, November 5th and 6th, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. We're going over trust law, business credit, personal credit, business networking. Go to A to Z businessestates.com. Click the description box below. It will be a description box below. There already is one on the Facebook. After the live is over on the Instagram, there will be another description box. You dig what I'm saying? We got Sweet Tay in the building. Peace and love. I think she moved to Florida. She was in New York. But November 5th and 6th, big business conference. You don't want to miss that. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to have celebrity guests in the building. Also, A to Z Business Estates, they also have 25 different trade lines. They can report UCC fair credit lines for your Paydex primary trade line. And we can also help you boost your personal credit as well. But most definitely, it will report on the Paydex primary trade line. Up to $2.5 million. You know, we got trade lines starting at $25,000 just for $250, all the way up to $2.5 million. Go to A to Z businessestates.com. Click the description link below. That's how you can get that big business conference meeting. We still got DonKilam.com. We still got MalikKilam.com. So check them out. I'm in Las Vegas, open to the public. September 18th. We got the Blockchain Trust and Smart Contracts webinar on October 1st. Man, we still got a lot of great products. Yeah, September 18th, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, A to Z Business Estates.com, go to a big business conference November 5th and 6th. And then we got the UCC Fair Credit Trade Lines that's reporting for the Paydex primary trade lines for your business. A to Z Business Estates. You don't want to miss any of that. Go check out the websites. Just click the links. Just look around. Browse. Check it out. See what we offer. You follow me? Oh yeah, let me send this. I gotta send something to somebody real quick. All right, Wisconsin in the building. He said he's ready. Danzy is ready. He's in Wisconsin. He's ready for a great 1099 OID class. Let's get it then. Let's get it. We about to get it. I don't even know where to start. I was going to pull up the book. Let me pull up the book first, because I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss no steps for y'all, because sometimes I can move pretty fast. Let me know that y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let me know. Let me know that you're engaged. Let me know that you're engaged. You can hear me loud and clear. Make sure you share this right now with people that been hitting you up, talking about they want to learn 1099 OID, but they ain't never at class. You wonder why they ain't learned nothing. You want to take notes though. You want to take notes, because when you take notes, that impresses the subconscious. I need y'all to understand that. When you take notes, it impresses the subconscious, and you're liable to remember up to 50 more times than you would if you wasn't taking notes. You follow me? Captain Norseman says loud, clear, good. He said loud and clear as fuck. Captain says loud and clear. Let me check. Let me know the YouTube world if y'all can hear me. I'm about to spark up and get into this lecture. Which one I want? Yeah, I want this one. All right, let's get it. I'm going straight to it. Again, I'm not a licensed attorney, tax expert. I do this for educational, informational purposes only. Well, where I get all this information, first and foremost, I started learning about it through Gene Keating, Stop the Pirates Blog Spot, Jeff Anderson, and then I just kept doing my own research. And then I put together this ebook. And I want y'all to get every single document and get this clear and really what's going on. I'm not, and people be blowing me up, I'm not going to change anything that I didn't say in the other videos, because this is what's working for people. So, HJR 192, or the executive order, however you want to look at it, people say it's been repealed, whatever. Listen, they took away the golden exchange to prepay all your debts, past, present, and future. It's in the codes and statutes. Understand it's not a tax until you assess a tax. And why do you have to assess the tax? That's because you own the credit the government is using. You are the creditor in fact. You are identified as the payer and themselves as the recipient of the funds on corporate and government filings. And this is all coming from the publication 1212. Look up what nominee is. You're appointing them as nominees, middlemen for returns. Now, they ask, what are the amounts belonging to another person? Peace and love. We got to be better to thyself in the building. What are the amounts belonging to another person? That is the amount of the bills or the debt instruments from the corporations and the banks every month for the use of your credit as a nominee for you. So when you get a debt note or a so-called bill in the mail, this comes from the corporations and banks for the use of your credit as a nominee for you. They're signing off as you. And a lot of people don't even know. Whoever they got dealings with, if they had put a change of address in with that location and their name as a business, they would start getting different types of mails and letters and different credits, all right? You got to understand we're operating off of trust. And when you start to understand trust, this is all going to make sense and start clicking, because this is tying in with the Social Security Trust account. If you don't believe that's a trust account, why is it called Social Security Trust Administration? You are the payer and the beneficial owner because they are using your trust or your sole proprietor's credit, and it does not become a tax until you assess it. And the way you assess it is by filing certain forms, all right, with the Treasury. And I'm going to go through all of this. Break down a medallion stamp. I broke down securities in this book. You can go to all these other gurus, but I'm telling you, this is where they started. This is where if they talking about 1099s, they talking about securities, they talking about things of this nature. In the sovereign community, they learned it from me. Listen, the U.S. Department of Treasury is the bookkeepers for the United States Corporation. Unless you record the return or the tax, then they cannot do the bookkeeping on it. That's why the Treasury's books are off balance. The payables and receivables are off balance because they cannot pay the payables, which is due to the people. They cannot pay the people because they have not filed the correct paperwork to get the refund on the credit that they are giving away. After 36 months, the corporations and bankers come in as the nominee and use your taxpayer identification number or your Social Security trust number on the 1099-A, utilizing the debt instrument as abandoned property because you never claimed it. Whoever claims it owns it. And then they double dip. I hope I didn't lose you guys on this. Listen. So when you open up lines of credit, I don't care if it's with your utility company, it's with a credit card company. You're opening up down on the YouTube now. Okay. We're back on the YouTube. Says when you hear that lighter flicking in hell, class has begun. Loud and clear, fam. Spark up. Y'all sailing. This Don is divine from God. Listen up. I appreciate that. All right, we back. My apologies, it shut us down for some reason. So you got to understand. So starting off, whoever it may be, whether it's your bank, you don't really want to do it with, I would say, the local branch, okay? I wouldn't do it. Appreciate the donation, Geraldine. I wouldn't necessarily do it with the local branch. I always go straight to the CFO. And if you can holler at my boy, Better B Reynolds, because he can probably bring clarity to this for you. We holler at the board members. Let me say, because, man, let me take away that lingo. We speak directly with the board members, okay? When you're operating in trust, all right? When you're operating in business-to-business contract, when you understand that your name is a business, when you understand that you're out here operating on your Social Security Trust account, you're considered an accountant. You're considered an expert with tax obligations and federal notes. You follow me? So you better learn it. If you don't learn trust law and contract law, because you're already deemed an expert. You're already deemed an expert. You're out here using Federal Reserve notes on a daily basis. You are deemed an expert. You're out here dealing with in trust every day with the trust charge card. You don't know whether to operate with debits or credits. You follow me? Because you really should be out here with your debit card running it as credit. And that's a whole different lecture. It's going to be a lot easier to prove your claims, if that makes sense. But check this out. We also send them a blank W-9 requesting to see their tax identification number as you fill this out when starting any new bank account. So better get that food stamp card. We attach this to any forms when dealing with corporations utilizing our credit. The amounts belonging to another person is the amount of the credit they are using, and that shall be represented as a tax when that tax is assessed. Then it becomes a tax issue and tax matter, and then it becomes a return. When you show that the corporation is as recipient of the funds, then the IRS shall issue you a refund. If you do not do this, then you abandon the funds, and the 1099-A is filed by the corporations, and the funds or the credits go to the corporations that filed the 1099-A. The corporations are always filing as a nominee for the true owner when you sign over the rights to your business, which is your name and your credit. Everything is a tax issue under the Bankruptcy of the United States Corporations. Everything is a tax issue. I'm showing this. They stomp the foot of your foot. That's the sole prop right there. They prop the sole of your foot right there. When you're born, a birth certificate is created. A birth certificate is just simply put a title of ownership which has created beneficial interest within everything you shall own. Sole means one, hence sole prop. They prop the sole of your foot, and as soon as the social security number is established, your taxpayer identification number, that is your private banking number set up for the Social Security Administration, which is another trust. The benefits are tied to you being able to utilize trust certificate units from the Federal Reserves, which is under the In God We Trust. Yes, that is the name of their trust. The In God We Trust. The Constitution is considered to be an express trust. When you go into any courtroom, you are creating a constructive trust. This is a different topic for a different book, but as of right now, let's stick to the sole prop business and the tax. Yes, assess the tax. That's the secret. Right there. Court means any court created by the Congress of the United States, excluding the United States tax court. Debt means an amount that is owing to the United States on an account of a direct loan or loan insured or guaranteed by the United States. As you can see, all courts are tax courts and all debts are owed to the United States Corporation. If you continue to read the section 15, you shall see the United States is indeed a corporation. See what debtor is. 15. United States means a federal corporation. Also mentioned section 10, person means a corporation. I just want to break down the history before I get into these templates, because y'all just want to jump right into shit and not knowing what y'all doing. But do what y'all do, because I'm seeing good results out here these days. We'll go over this in a second. Let me go ahead and pull up these, what I was going to pull up. So first, you do want your status, you do want some type of status correction. Now, if you understand my non-taxpayer affidavit, this is going to break down the actual name, turning your name into a estate, foundation, and a trust. You got to understand, even when rappers blow up, if you notice, they all create a foundation. When anybody becomes famous, they create their own foundation. Tell me somebody that hasn't. I'm just saying, when you see any type of celebrity make a lot of money, they usually create their own foundation. That's the first thing that they do once they turn their name into a business. That's why I need y'all to understand your name is the business. When you hear Michael Jordan, that's a business name. Donald Trump, that's a business name. Barack Obama, that's a business name. He made so much money off that name. It's business, big business. So, with the non-taxpayer affidavit, what we're doing, we're turning your name into a private organization, a private foundation that can't be interfered with the United States Corporation whatsoever. Because we do have to deal with the United States Corporation. So this is a trust declaration, a certificate of ownership of corporation or assumed name record. And this is all you need to open up a bank account. Certificate of ownership for unincorporated business and assumed name record, DBA. All right. We're putting the name down, all derivatives of the said business name. This is all in the private. All in the private. This is claiming that birth certificate. You got to understand that. You do need to claim. I would see, you see this shows right here, foundation. I don't apostle steal none of that, because that's just, I don't need to do none of that. I put it right in a trust, a private trust. Understand private contracts, private trust. If it hurts nobody, they can't even dig in this. This is what bypasses probate. If you understand what probate is, that means court, estate planning. You got to understand, this is a contract. Who can lay claim to the birth certificate, the social security scar, any of that? It's not that we own it, because we don't own it. The trust holds it. That's all it is. To the first original contract. Now, on a different note, I got this filled out for you. That's what I'm saying. This is worth $25. Drop a $25 donation on the Cash App. I'll make sure you get it. Geraldine sent double. She doubled it up. Look, this is the WA bin right here. So when you understand in the trust, you understand about the different parties of the trust. He said, tell them to be outside. You understand beneficial ownership. Listen, certificate of foreign status of the beneficial owner for the United States. Status, tax, withholding, and reporting for individuals. You're going to have to show them that you're a national. Now, with this one, because the last one we did, if you see the country of citizenship, they actually put that they was a Washingtonian. And when you look up the inhabitants of your state, figure out who you are. Illinoisian, a Floridian. So, you know, we see a lot of people from Texas. What is an inhabitant of Texas? I would say a Texan. But I just want to show y'all how simple it is to define. What are the inhabitants of Texas called? Texans were Anglo-American residents of Mexican Texas and later the Republic of Texas. It's that easy. He says, I was a South Carolinian. So he must be from South Carolina. It's that easy when you start understanding. Listen, your state is really a nation. And you can declare that nationality if you don't know which nationality you truly are. But it starts with the history. And this is why it's called the original issue discount, because this is going back to the original issue, all right? We got Frequency Bliss in the building, peace and love. Let me check in on my YouTube people. Yeah, you can make a you can go to donkilam.com/donate, and you go to malikkalam.com if you got Bitcoin. Choose a donation option. We got Brian Jefferson in the building, peace and love. And you know what I'm saying? We keep stuff, like, I keep stuff private, but that's one of my trustees. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my trustees. We get bread together on a daily basis. Real shit. Peace and love, peace and love. I appreciate you, King. He's a Texan. Now, this should be your name right here. I still got somebody's name in it, so I'm going to change it for y'all right now. Boom. So, just make sure you do as it shows. You can put your real address in there, but I always look for a virtual address. Now, right here, reference numbers, you're going to put your full name and then put C attached birth certificate and then the birth certificate number, the filing number. All right. Sign it in exclusive equity, and the capacity is going to be grantor, settler, and beneficiary. The grantor, the settler, and the beneficiary. All right. Now, I haven't seen it in the book yet, so I'm going to go ahead and take y'all to it because I want this to make sense to y'all. But it is in the book. Who owns the United States debt? Because the United States is in debt. We got Jonathan Graham in the building, peace and love. And to be honest, they could give everybody like $1 billion. They can give everybody in the United States $1 billion and still be in debt. So they owe $28.1 trillion. What most people don't know is that the Social Security Trust Fund, also known as your retirement money, owns most of the national debt. It breaks down into two categories with the United States Treasury and the Bureau of Public Debt. And they owe the public up to $21 trillion. This ain't my information. The public holds over $21 trillion, almost 78% of the national debt. So that's what it is. So do this. Yes, peace and love. I appreciate that. Do this. This is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to learn this. The debt is not only in Treasury bills, notes, and bonds, but also in Treasury inflation protected securities. It says if you add the debt held by the Social Security and all the retirement and pension funds, almost half of the U.S. Treasury debt is held in trust for your retirement. You are the beneficiary. You are the grantor. You are the settler. You better start knowing who you are and learning how to operate correctly. Learning how to move correctly. All right? Learn these things. Just learn. Just read. All right? I'm not saying go after money, but at least operate in the correct standing and status. So look, I just helped somebody do this, right? I'm showing y'all what I helped them do. There's certain things you're going to want to have on file. The first one's going to be a Form 56. A Form 56. This is a notice concerning fiduciary relationships. Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing, so you got to appoint the right people that know what they're doing. So with this one, we appointed the Secretary of Treasury. The Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen. We appointed her as our fiduciary, and you see how we did it in this capacity. First, middle name. This identifying number is going to be the actual social. We put other on their authority and appointment of fiduciary as debtor and creditor. And you see that we put debtor in all caps. Now, if you're doing a court proceeding, I'm going to show y'all if y'all was doing a court proceeding. You're going to want to put the fiduciary's name as the judge. The judge. You can even do the court clerk. And then right here, where it says court administrative proceedings, you would put the court information. And then the title is authorized representative. All right. Now, on the 456 W8 bid. Let me touch on the W8 bid one more time. A W8 bid is updating your tax status. A W8 bid is updating your tax status. So, a lot of people get scared. I don't want to fill this in. It's fear. Anyways, because you don't know how to direct it. So, boom. I got an affidavit of a tax exempt or foreign status for you. Right here. It shows that, hey, I'm a national. I'm a national. There it is right there. And I'm going to show you a code. I said it enough times, but it's 8 U.S.C. 1408. 8 U.S.C. 1408 proves right here that you're a national, but not citizens of the United States at birth. A person born in the outlying possession of the United States. All right, that's a national, but not a citizen. You need to understand the citizen word means property of the United States corporation. All right, it's a whole different language. There's a language for the elite, and I'm trying to tell you, our elders and leaders been telling us this for a long time. They've been trying to tell y'all, but y'all just ain't been listening. Like elders, our elders, they've been telling us all this. So 8 U.S.C. 1408. We attach the W8 bid. Let me go back to the W8 bid so y'all can see it. Boom, there it is. It shows you certificate of foreign status of a beneficial owner. So I'm showing you, boom, you're a foreign national. Why are you a foreign national? A U.S. person. You're not a U.S. person. You're not a taxpayer. You're not taxed within the United States. I'm never been as a scribe, as a fiduciary. Go read through this. Read through it. You don't receive income. We have no self-employment income. Tax exempt, all right? Foreign national. Read through it. There's valuable information right there. Attach that to your W8 band. Next, the Form 2848. I like to use this for everything. The Form 2848. Trump said, join the swamp. Y'all crazy. So, the 2848 is a power of attorney and declaration of representative. Let me check on my YouTube class, y'all. All right, peace and love. We got welcome to the stage in the building. We'll make sure I ain't going too fast for y'all. And y'all know I'll just be flying through it. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is drop the donation, get the templates, and follow through. Hit pause. So look, the form 2848, power of attorney and declaration of representative. For number one, taxpayer name. Then next to it is taxpayer identification number. That's your social, of course, right? Now your representative. Your first representative is going to be you, lowercase. We got Manny Global in the building. Peace and love. Your first on number two, the representative. What we put is our regular name, all right? The live person. Number one is all caps. It's the corporation, the sole prop. Now next. The next representation, numbers filled in for you, addresses filled in for you. It's going to be Francisco Perez Alicia, the director of the Puerto Rico Treasury Department. Next, Janet Yellen, doing business as Secretary of Treasury. Next, Charles P. Reedick, the IRS Commissioner. This is how you get rights back, rights restored. And know who you are. Status. It shows what it is. This is requested return for settlement. Settle all duplicitous interstate conflict of the law. It's breaking everything down. The title, living woman or man, non-citizen national, non-taxpayer, sui juris, principal, secured party creditor, and American. That's it. So that's the 2848. I'm trying to show y'all what it is. When y'all get y'all's checks back, y'all already know what to do. Drop a donation. Drop 10%. We'll show you how to move it. We'll show you how to set up that trust. All right? Next. Boom, boom, boom. Let me show you. All right, so before you start anything, you're going to want to send them a 1099-A. I send them blank now. We can go over the W-4T real quick too. So W-4T, it's a W-4 termination. Voluntary withholding agreement, termination and withdrawal from a W-4 agreement. All right, there you have it. So you want to give that to your employer, do the W-4T first, and then send the W-8, the W-8 bin. If you're doing that with your employer. Because them is all tax statuses, all right? Now, here's a 1099-A already filled out for you, right? Already filled out for you. I just want y'all to see it. But I don't fill in nothing. I don't do this. Once y'all know, I tell them to do. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I do. Now, I'll send them a 1099-A. I'll send it to them blank after we did the W-9s. Because when you send your the first letter, you're telling them, hey, during your process, hey, here's the W-9. You're supposed to fill this out for me. Because once you request it, they have to do it by law. That's part of Publication 1212. So people get messed up. I feel like it's when they fill it out. I almost forgot this form too. We do send the affidavit of secure party creditor. Show them we're a secure party and creditor. Show them my name's a business. Affidavit of status of secure party and creditor. So there's that. Now, let me go ahead and touch this cover letter. You're sending this to Treasury Departments. There's one Fresno, Ogden, Utah, Covington, Kentucky. All right. Dear IRS agent, because they'll give you a name once you'll have a account manager. Once you start doing this, you'll have an account manager, and they're gonna test you. So you're gonna need a walkthrough. But just read what they send you. Don't be scared to open up this mail, all right? The IRS is truly your friend. I promise you. You just got to know the lingo and the language. Learn contract law, trust law, learn what's going on. As the principal and owner of Treasury Direct account in your social with the dashes and then your name, lowercase, I request you to file the federal tax forms, the 1041, the 1066, and this is for a mortgage if you have a mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage, do not include this form right here, the 1066, all right? The 1099A, the 1099 OID, and the 1096 for put your birth year to 2020 tax periods that are in question and any other returns that are due for me. Please file the liabilities as taxable income to me, but omit filing or posting deductions against the taxable income to me or making adjustments to dilute the liability of taxable income, as that is a conflict of interest. This request is for return for settlement and closing in exchange for Treasury Direct account number, then your social with the dashes. On the 1099 OID, the correction box at the top should be checked, and also the Treasury Direct account number, your social with the dashes, is to be placed as the account number at the bottom of the 1099 OID form under the recipient to prevent identity theft and the account being intercepted and deferred if left open by an authorized representative and put in care of your address. And then send them the blank forms. Now, if you're doing if you do have a mortgage included, fill out this 1066, all right? It's a 1066. All you do is just put your information, your name and address and social, so they know which account to credit. That's a U.S. real estate mortgage investment conduit. And there's another form too you can file. Let's see. There's another form too, but that's the one we usually use as it might be the 8811. Let me see. Yeah, here we go, the 8811. So you can also attach the 8811 as well. If you got a mortgage. I mean, that's the only difference, and the dispute letters are a little different. So we got the form 8811 and the 1066 that you want to attach with the mortgage, all right? So, and then you got a dispute letter. You want to send a dispute letter because they're banks. You got to understand, because when you're dealing with banks, you're dealing with them separately. Now, I hear a lot of people say, can they OID the rent? No, I wouldn't OID my rent. You're gonna run that as credit on through your bank account. You're gonna want to do this with your bank account. All right, that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way. You said giving out all the heat. The easiest way is just to OID your bank account, and don't do it with the local branch. You got to do it with the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. So say like I think his name's Mike Semenio or something. So so I do mortgages all the time. So we're gonna look at Wells Fargo Chief Financial Officer, Mike Semenio. So you want to send it to him. I think of San Francisco is their headquarters. Send it to their headquarters. This is where you start the admin process. Because you got to have the admin process first before you can take it to the IRS. You handle it. They don't follow the rules. They're going to default. You send it straight to the IRS. That's the next step. You can do this quarterly, yearly, however you want to do it. Every 2 years. But make sure you do it at least every 3 years. All right? You follow me? So the 1066, no doubt, and the 8811, That is for most definitely. That is for real estate, mortgages. I'll pull something up too from Peto's class, man. This is something I learned when I was in Peto's class. And that's how he gets rid of debt first. His admin process first. And then the next step is the OIDs. I'm going to include this. So when you follow up the action, so look, the 1041s for recoupment of the all caps trust and estate. The IRS 706 is for status correction. You do a descendant's executor probate to liquidate trust estates in court. You follow me? When you do those things in court. And breaking it down. CFO as the fiduciary trustee. You got to learn how to operate as a CFO. Who you send the Form 66 to. The 1099 is for acquiring your asset, which is what you're sending in. It also releases funds from escrow. It's your acquisition. Lender, your all cap name. This is where all the funds are coming from. Recommend P.O. Box for the all cap name. Use your street address for yourself. Private name is last name, first name, middle name. This is the estate name. Breaking it down. It's right there. Just read it. All you gotta do is read it and then apply. Let me go back to this book though. So y'all can see how they do it right here. So they do fill in the 1096. So if I was to fill in the 1096, because you do want to send at least one that's blank. If I do fill it in, I'm not going to put any federal income tax in or any total amount. I'm going to ask the IRS to do that for me because they're the tax experts. Please take a look and fill in the numbers for me. You follow me? That's how I do it. So even this, you see that the numbers are filled in, all right? So I like how this is established. I like how it's set up, except I would not put the numbers in. I wouldn't even put the date in. I let them put that in. They're the tax experts. Help me with this. They're the public servants. You've already appointed them. You've already told them what to do in the cover letter. Do you follow me? This is what's going to get y'all boop, blah, bam. Y'all keep trying to put in numbers and shit. Because they're going to issue that check, man. But if it's not right, the numbers ain't adding up. You got to be able to prove your claims always. So let them do it. They're going to fill it out for you. So first, this is the 1099A. That's what you want to make sure that's on top before the OID always. Some people tend to send the 1099A in first, or you can send it all together as a package, all right? You're going to get an account manager. They're going to work with you. Just make sure you know what you're talking about. Read the book through and through. Watch the video a few times so you understand the lingo on what's going on. You're here to aid in the reducing of the public debt. That's all you're here to do. You follow me. You're here to aid in the reducing of the United States corporation's public national debt. And all you got to do is Google it to make sure I'm not lying. The United States corporation is under debt. They're under bankruptcy. You need to do your job and to aid in reducing that. You know? That's how I look at it. That's what you need to understand. But you like to keep creating more debts. It's okay to create debt, but learn how to create credits too, because that's how we're operating off of. Yes, be better to thyself to pay your debt to society. Because if you don't, you're going to pay it in shackles, motherfuckers. Real shit. This is corporate America. And y'all see they ain't taking, in New Jersey, they are not taking nationals to jail no more. No jail will accept a national. I can't make this up. So look, yes, you can do this for your car. And the same thing, if you want to go ahead and fill out a form 1099C, right? A 1099C on your debt. Go ahead and file it. I mean, why not? 1099C, that's a cancellation of debt. Now, if you're running an online business, you're going to want to go to the CFOs. You're going to want to file something called a 1099K. Make sure this is included in all your forms as well. It's a 1099K. Let me try to show y'all. Let me find it. This is a payment card and third-party network transactions. Everything is taxes. You got to understand this. Everything is taxes. But tell them to fill it out for you. You know, fill in what you know to fill in. Don't fill in any numbers. You follow me? The father's name, the payee's name, and it's just like the other forms that's included that I'm showing you right here. The lender is always going to be you. I need you to know that. The lender is always going to be you because you lent the credit to that corporation. You lent the credit to that corporation. You've always had the power all along. You are the original issue of the credit. Does that make sense? You are the original issuer. Where else could they get this credit? A corporation cannot operate without you. It needs your credit. It needs your credit. You sign it into existence that they can use your credit for whatever it is. And they're doing whatever they want with it due to the contracts that you're filing with them. You just got to learn how to file the right contracts. Pretty much that's it with the 1099 OID. I mean, we got the 1041. I include the 1041. If I got a payment coupon, I include the 1040V. Like with a utility bill, I would send a 1040V in. That's how we handle that. You send that right to the CFO and put approved on it. Once you get everything established correctly, that first OID, there's a 1040V right there, the payment vouchers. Once you get the first stuff in together properly, send that in, payment voucher. You attach this with the actual bill. You cut it out. That's what goes with this. And like I said, the 1041. This is what you want to send in. This is what you want to send in. We just fill out this top portion right here so they know who we are. Get them started on that. The rest is up to the whatever account manager is handling your case. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I don't know how much simpler I can make it. Brian Williams in the building. No, I would at least have the WA been in a foreign affidavit. I want you to know the IRS does not deal with security, so they really don't need to know all that shit. I mean, they do, but they don't. You follow me? They're just there to assess the tax. When you're dealing with the securities and the bonds, that's when you're with the Treasury and the FTC and the STC. I mean, the FTC and the SEC. But I will at least have the WA been in. You gotta understand what's going on, man. How will they know who you are? How will they know who you are? You're gonna do that with the WA bin. That's your tax status. You follow me? Anybody else got questions, man? Let me know, man. Now's the time. Now is the time. Peace and love, bro. Thanks for the game. It ain't no thing, man. I need y'all to know this, man. Y'all can get all this information right now. I will send it to you. $25 donation on the Cash App. The Cash App is THEDONKILAM. THEDONKILAM. I need y'all to figure this out. I need y'all with this. And when that check hits, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. Drop a donation, man. Have me come to your city. What you doing, man? You're just here. Yes, THEDONKILAM. All you're doing is aiding in reducing the public debt. That's what you're here to do. It's at $28 trillion. You think you're doing stuff out here to help, and you're not. You're hurting. You need to understand that. This is why you're an enemy of the state. But it's designed that way. It's all a game. Understand that it's all a game. Says filing for my SPC has to be in my birth state. No. Y'all gotta understand what an SPC is. First of all, you already born an SPC. Secondly, you want the county that you're in, wherever you're operating at. That's who needs to be notified of your standing and status. They're the ones that think they got jurisdiction over you. And then if you travel, a frequent traveler, you need to make sure everybody knows. Wherever you at, whoever you can possibly put on notice. But it starts with your county deeds office and your Secretary of State. I appreciate that donation, Brian. Brian Williams, peace and love. That's where it starts, man. It starts with your county deeds office and your Secretary of State. If I got beef with the police, I'm hollering straight at the mayor. You follow me? We put liens on the mayor. That's how we rocking. Y'all got any other questions before I call it a night? I'm gonna face 2 blunts, y'all. And I don't be smoking that bullshit. Just dropping that game for y'all, man. I need y'all to understand what's going on, man. Get your credits. Now's the time. Now's the time to understand what's going on. Now's the time to have some trust gurus and some experts that's really out here. Listen, man. These people out here setting up trust for y'all don't know what they doing. Y'all going into these so-called SPC gurus. Listen, they putting themselves as beneficiary on your trust. Making themselves powers of attorney. Y'all need to understand what's going on out here. The 8281 self-explanatory. I went over it. Go back over it in the video and watch the replay. Yes, if I can go over the 8281 again. No, watch the replay. I told you I was going fast. You better pay me for a private coaching session. Not going over no damn form again. We went over it one time only. It's you, your first name, all caps, number 1. Number 2 is the live person. Then it's the Puerto Rico Treasury Department. Then it's the Secretary of Treasury. Then it's the IRS Commissioner. Get the templates. You want to go over it. So you can go over it by yourself, then you can watch the video. And watch TheDonKilam go over it again. You follow me? I've given it for a $25 donation. You get all of it. Brian Williams says, thanks, bro. Means a lot, King, for real. You care for others to get this knowledge. I really don't. I really don't care. I do this because what goes around comes around, okay? You feel me? Life is a lot better when you help people. You follow me? That's just why I do it. And I don't have to remember shit. You don't have to remember the truth. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't have to remember the truth. I got to remember lies. When I lie to you, I got to remember all these damn lies. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't have to remember. I appreciate the donation. I got it. I'm going to tell you who it was. It didn't pop up on this. There it goes. Oh, I can't even say that. We'll just say Oriel. We'll say the last. I'm glad y'all putting y'all's emails in the memo box. I'm glad y'all paying attention. You follow me? Glad y'all paying attention. Chris, appreciate you. Appreciate the Cash App. I appreciate all the Cash Apps, man. But look, this stuff is easy. I need you to understand prosperity is your birthright. This is what you got to understand. Look, they told you they took your land, right? They told you they took your land. Well, you might not know it was your land already, right? But they told you they took it. Then they created a game to sell it back to you. And this is the results of that bullshit game. It's just another lie on top of another lie, 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 on top of another. It doesn't end, okay? So you just gotta learn that the truth will always set you free. That's what I need y'all to understand. The truth will always set you free. Start studying your history. And then in the process, start figuring out who you are. Start studying yourself. Start figuring out your patterns and behaviors. And start questioning, why are you here? What is your life purpose? And I guarantee, Tavon, I appreciate the donation. He doubled up on me. I guarantee you'll discover your life purpose, that you're here for a reason. I guarantee you understand that you're more than your name. Listen, man, you control a demon by its name. You're more than a name. You follow me? I'm going to say that again. You control a demon by its name. You are more than a name. You follow me? When you learn how to step outside that name and operate in different statuses, understand, listen, I'm an authorized representative for this vessel. Whoever you decide you want to be. Did you see any documentation that Malcolm X changed his last name to X? Most people don't even know his real last name. Did you see any documentation where he changed his name to El Malik Shabazz? You follow me? Come on, let me know. Minister Louis Farrakhan, that is not his, listen, he was not born Farrakhan. Alright? Do you see any documentation that he changed his name? I'll wait. Now listen, break forth the paperwork. Look, they operate under a different jurisdiction. These are certain things that you need to learn. These are things you need to learn. And when you start learning these things, you'll be able to move forth accordingly. It's not hard. Study vocab first. Get around somebody that's actually operating under trust. Even if they don't know it. You follow me? Even if they don't know it. Listen, bankers are operating under trust daily. Real estate agents are operating under trust, deeds, titles, daily. You follow me? Jewish people know what they're doing. I'm saying again, Jewish people know what they're doing. So real estate agents, brokers know. Get around certain people, man. Get around. Go to, listen, y'all got money now. Look. Everybody got money now. Start hanging around. Go to the country club. You got your mask on. Don't nobody know who you are. It's COVID season. Put a suit on. Take your ass to the country club. They don't know who you are. Pull up clean. With you something nice. This is the shit I used to do, man. And then I would just learn what I need to learn. Lead myself to the right things because I understand my patterns and behaviors. And then I would study. Where attention flows, power goes. You feel me? And that's just what it is, man. So, I'll recap everything real quick. I started off the 8281, that's the power of attorney. Look it up. It's clearly self-explanatory. Like I said, you're going to want the Secretary of the Treasury, the IRS Commissioner, and the Secretary of Treasury in Puerto Rico. The 88, I didn't really go over the 8811 though. Hold on, not the 8811. The CUSA, I didn't go over the OID. There's an actual form I did not touch. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I almost forgot it. It's the original issue discount. You do want that included. It's not my. I talk about it in my other classes. I went over in my other classes. It's the reported of the 1099 OID. They're going to ask for your CUSA number too. Let me pull it up with hers. 82. It's the 8281. Let me change this CUSA so y'all can see it. So we got the 8281. I'm gonna share my screen again. I appreciate the donations, y'all. I'm getting them. I'm gonna send it when I get off here. Now, some people be having their QSIM numbers. When I pull up to the scene, some people have their QSIM numbers. So the 8281. The 8281. So the form 8281, you see your first name, your social, your address, then the name of the representative is going to be the Secretary of Treasury. If you can know your QSIM number, you use the back of the social, and then the issue date. There's a description of the debt instrument right there. Sign it as the authorized representative. All right. It's that simple. It's that simple. We'll make sure that's included in the package as well, somewhere in there. I mean, have it organized, you know. But that's it. With that, I'm about to call it a night, man. $25, man. Y'all could drop more if you want to. Everybody been dropping 50s. I appreciate it, man. Let us know when you get that check. Send a picture. Follow me, send a picture, tag me. Give me a testimonial. With that, I'm out. Much peace and love.